Are you selling your brothers and sisters to the bunny man?
Dragmotoxboss, it's really easy, and you can always unsubscribe at any time. My goal is 1.25k subscribers. If I hit 1.25k subscribers, I will release the quote-unquote real day tutorial 3. So subscribe! Hello, and welcome to Speedrun 4, but if I die, the video ends 12. I'm actually overdue on this video because, sometimes I'll keep track and, I might even release the video like a couple days earlier or a week earlier. Oh, wait, no, that's just chat saying I'm on this level. Like, sometimes I'll set, sometimes it'll be, sometimes, I'll, get so close and I'll accidentally, post one too early. And sometimes I'm a few months late. I think I post them every 3 months. I think it used to be every 3 months. Now it's every 2 months. Because I kind of just thought it was 2 months, and then I just ended up just shifting into that naturally. Well, I mean, we're overdue, and there's nothing wrong with being overdue, because it's also good to, oh my god, I almost just ended the video right there by now. Okay, anyways, there's nothing wrong with holding off on posting a Speedrun 4 video. I mean, the same thing over and over again. Although, for some reason, you guys seem to love Ice Whip videos over and over and over. It's just Ice Whip. Guys just seem to love it. I think maybe just Lumber Tycoon 2 in general is what you guys love. I mean, to be fair, it is what, started out my channel. And I think that me switching to doing a lot of Lumber Tycoon 2 is actually a good step. I've been saying this for a while, for the last couple months, oh yes, I'm going to switch to more Lumber Tycoon 2. I'm going to do more Lumber Tycoon 2. And then it never really happened. And then events happened in my personal life. And, finally I can, everything's doing all right. So now we're going back to normal. We're going back to OG JB dragmotoxboss. Although I do have to think about posting some videos on other games. I mean, this is a video on another game. Or collabs soon enough too. I have also been recording collabs as well with Cat Lover, Charlie 10, Maple Alex, Dallas in the Bone, Astro Alex, Awesome Folsom, and more people. All right. So anyways, so something very interesting. Creekcraft is in a Dharman video apparently. I'm not shook that he's in a Dharman video. Anyways, I have to beat this, all 30 levels, and if I die, the video will end, and I'll have to continue the series. I'm pretty confident that I'm going to make it this time, because, I'm so good at the game at this point. I'm so trained at this game, alright? I know it so freaking well. Alright, anyways. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to the beginning of this year. From early January to late April, that entire portion of the year, I know I referenced this so many times, but, each time I reference it, I kind of I don't talk about it in a bad way, or I don't, complain about it, is what I'm saying, or anything like that. I just, briefly mention it. But, it was a very unusual beginning of January to end of April. All right, it was very unusual and out of the ordinary. All right, so anyways, normal years, I'll have a lot of time of where early year I'll just record a ton of videos, do some streams, or record a ton of I don't know, early year it's not stock up season and I'm preparing for stock up season and I'm getting a lot of Icewood and stuff like that. I guess I kind of really, I mean, I was also burnt out of Lumber Tycoon 2 recently. Round, January 2023, I pretty much have gotten bored of Lumber Tycoon 2, all right? And, Oakland's released, and I got into Oakland's. Now, I played Oakland so much that I'm getting tired of it. I'm still going to play it, but not as often, all right? I'm actually going to play some more Lumber Tycoon 2. And I know I know, I didn't actually build anything in Oakland's. I will do that soon enough, all right? But for now, I just want to go back to Lumber Tycoon 2. I'm also going to build in Lumber Tycoon 2 as well. Building, I don't really like doing necessarily, but sometimes I like it. I don't know. I do like grinding a lot too, and obtaining a lot of wealth, and stocking up. That's what I really like doing. All right. Anyways. So yeah, this the beginning of the year was just so out of whack and so unordinary that I didn't even feel like it happened. It's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of, what if that was normal? I was gonna say maybe I should do a video on it, but then again, no, I shouldn't make a freaking video on what if January through April never happened. Like, that's just gonna seem so weird from my behalf, all right? So I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, but like, you know, I'll just ask her real quickly here, like, what if that was normal? Anyways, I'm not gonna dwell on it too much, all right? I'm not really too focused on that. So, and what I mean by normal is like, what if nothing ever happened? Like, nothing out of the ordinary ever happened in 2023. Not even like any of the situation at all. Not even the good part. Yeah. Just like, what if it was just exactly like 2022? I'm going to be perfectly honest. I would be more bored. So it definitely does bring it's definitely intriguing, and it's definitely interesting, and it's definitely something to think about, you know? Like, you know, kind of interesting. Like, ooh, that's interesting. So today I had this substitute, all right? And this substitute was like telling stories about like the 7th graders and how they act. And basically she said she overheard some 7th graders talking about the dance and talking about taking girls to the dance. And the way that lady viewed the entire situation, she was like saying, what the heck? Like, she was like, you know, I don't know if she said these exact words, but she was like, what the heck? 7th grade? Really? They shouldn't be thinking about that in 7th grade. And then, you know, I'm an 11th grader, and there's other 11th graders in my class. Well, actually, that class, there's actually a mix of different, of students from different grades, all right? Actually, I think there's even a senior in that class, all right? The 12th grader. Anyways, so one of the people in the same grade as me, one of the 11th graders in that class, I think he might be the only 11th grader in that class besides me. I don't know. I don't keep track. But he was like, well, I mean, if I were in that situation, it'd be fun. Like, you know, he ended up bringing up, like, you know, well, I'd want to do that. And then the lady was like, what grade are you in? And he was like, 11th. And she was like, oh, yeah, you're older. That's fine. That's fine. Well, yeah, obviously, you know, he's probably 17 years old, if not 16. But, you know, if he's only 16, he's pretty close to 17 years old, you know. Yeah, you know, that's, you know, he's more mature, you know. A good age for dating. Why not? Why not? Well, my new view on the entire dating scene is basically, I'm not going to go after someone. I'm not going to hunt for a girlfriend. Well, not hunt, but like search for a girlfriend until my early to mid 20s. All right. And if like a situation presents itself, like, you know, me and someone else happen to bump into each other and we happen to like hit it off or whatever, then I feel like in that situation it's fate, and then I would pursue the relationship. Kind of like how me and my ex started dating, you know, kind of like a scenario like that. All right. But anyways, enough about that. So basically, yeah, these like 7th graders are talking about like asking a girl out. And I could understand, I guess, a little bit, like, you know, 7th graders maybe would want to date. Maybe. I mean, I remember I had those, like, I wanted to date when I was younger, but it's really not good to date when you're younger. You're really immature. It's a whole, you know, situation and a half, all right? It's something you don't want to get yourself involved in, all right? When you date someone, it's like signing a contract. Like, you know, like getting a piece of paper, writing it, you know, reading the contract, not getting a piece of paper, like looking at the contract, signing it. Basically, what you need to do is you need to dedicate time, you need to dedicate money. If you're not old enough to even drive or work, then, you know, the relationship will dwindle, has a better chance of dwindling out, unless you and them can very easily bond over the internet, and, you know, your parents can end up driving you and the other person to a place sometimes, and I guess it could work out in that scenario. You know, if it's long distance, you know, you can play online, like, you know, some relationships can work out with without, you know, driving and you know, getting a job. And, you know, some relationships can be like, you know, online, and that can work out. Or maybe just one person needs to drive in general. All right. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, the man should be the one to drive. But in my honest opinion, if the woman can drive before the man, and the man is working on his driver's license, just because the man can't drive before, just because the woman can drive before the man does not mean that they shouldn't go on dates. Just have the woman drive the man. It's that simple. That's how I view things anyways. You know, like, why not? Like, you're gonna let yourself, not go out, not date this person for a few more months because you're waiting for the boy to get a driver's license when the woman, the girl, can literally drive the man, the boy? Like, what over some, social, what society sometimes thinks? Society is crazy, Society has a ton of, different persuading views. I never really let society, persuade me at all, ever, all right? Sometimes, it's uncontrollable, but it usually never does. I'm not saying, I judge, someone based on their gender, but, the only time I let it control me is, sometimes the pressure when it comes to, college and stuff. Sometimes that pressure gets to my head, and I'm, kind of uncomfortable, but usually, I'm very quick to shut it down, usually, and everything ends up being okay, all right? But, anyways, so, yeah. Don't even date when you're younger, either. You're more mature. The relationship has way less of a chance of surviving, all right? Anyways, that's enough about that, all right? So, basically, I find, the whole entire concept of psychic power extraordinarily interesting. And I would be lying if I said I don't have any psychic power around me. The coincidences, the synchronicities that I get definitely do mean something. I mean, I've pretty much, figured out what it means, all right? And yes, there definitely is a chance that it could not mean that. But, if it does not mean that, then either it means something that is going to happen because I do that, but not for the reason I think it is, but for a different reason, or the synchronicities are completely wrong. But, the synchronicities have been so persistent in, how they are, and it's been like this for multiple months. And it's never happened in any other, situation that's similar to my situation right now. All right, that's enough about synchronicities. What level am I even on? 24. Okay, that's pretty good. So, anyways, I've been having a lot of substitutes this week, actually. I think it's pretty crazy. I've been having a lot of substitutes. Every single teacher except for 2 of them. And, I'm definitely sure that one of the 2 teachers that have not been absent at all this week will be here tomorrow. The other teacher, yeah. But, I have a total of about 6 teachers. 4 of them were absent at least once this week. One of them was out the entire week. The teacher thought that they would, be out for only a little bit, but they ended up being out for longer. They're just gone. Gone. Oh my gosh, I get so scared. I get so scared on that jump. That jump is really hard. When I first attempted this level ever, there's a big update that came to Speedrun 4 in, late 2020, I think, or early 2021. Something like that. Or maybe late 2021. I don't freaking know. I think it was early 2021 or late 2020. When I first attempted that updated level, it took me so many attempts. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've completed this level in one try so many times. That's the thing about this level, because I played this level so much. This level used to be the absolute most impossible. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Boom. Just don't think about it much. These clouds can sometimes get you if they're ridiculous hitboxes, but you just gotta be persistent. Yeah, you gotta be freaking persistent with these. You gotta be persistent. Also, about I've been having a very throwback, May here, well, end of April too. But I've been doing listening to a lot of songs that I used to listen to a long time ago. Within the last couple years. There's this one song called Vibrant Eyes, made by CG5. I don't know if there's cursing or inappropriate talk. Actually, there's not. There might be cursing or inappropriate talk in CG5. I don't know. But I know there's nothing bad in that specific video. Anyways, Vibrant Eyes is like a song that CG5 had to make because one time he was on stream and he said if he laughs like 3 times, he would have to like make a Rambo song based on the Dream SMP, and he did. And the song is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I remember listening to it a lot in early 2020. Well, not early, mid 2021. I'm thinking of early September of 2021. It released on the first day of September of 2021. And I remember listening to it constantly at the beginning of 10th grade. Like when, like my first day of 10th grade, I had that song like stuck in my head. Like, you know, like it was just playing back and forth. Like I just, like all day, that song was stuck in my head. And I remember I stopped listening to it. And then, you know, coming around maybe late spring, early summer of 2022, I started listening to it again. I think that's when it was, about a year ago from now. And I stopped, and now I'm listening to it once again. Like, I remember, like, I wrote a poem about fear. Oh my gosh! Oh, wow, that's scary. I actually got really scared there. I wrote a poem about fear, all right, in English class because I had to write a poem. It was quite fun. I thought I was going to have a tough time writing a poem, but once you get into it, once you get, like, an idea, it is so freaking fun. Although it is kind of hard to, like, find words to rhyme sometimes if you're doing rhyming poems and stuff like that. Anyways, basically, you know, I think that I think that later in the day made me think, oh, wait, there's a song called Vibrant Eyes. I forgot about that. And boom, now I'm listening to it again. Binge listening to it. We finally did it! Oh my god. We finally did it! After 2.5 years! 2.5 years! Yeah. Wait. We're much closer to mid-2023 than early 2023. We're closer to mid-2023 than the start of 2023. That boggles my mind that we're already there. If I fall on this part, I'm not counting that as a freaking death. Actually, I technically won't die. I won't die down here. Anyways, that's crazy. 2.5 years that took me. I'm finally done with the series. That's it for the series. I hope you guys enjoyed the Speedrun 4, but if I die, the video ends series. And I feel like I was more than capable to do this, to complete this for over a year. It's just that, you know, I'd record at the wrong times, or like sometimes I get distracted, or sometimes I'll have a bad run and, you know, the time wouldn't ally and boom, I would like fail. Like I've I've gotten this entire, like all of these levels completed without dying once, multiple times before this video. All right. Now we've truly done it. We've gotten up here. All right. Next video series is Mirror Mode Edition. No, Zombie Mode Edition. And then Mirror Mode Edition. And then the Upside Down Mode Edition, and I don't think I'll ever do the hardest and the second hardest. After that, I'll just start, like, combining modes. Oh, my gosh. Wow. That long. And to think that I had the idea for, like, for 2.5 years. I've always wanted to do Speedrun 4, but if I die, the video ends Zombies Edition. And I couldn't do it until I completed this, because I feel like I need to get this completed. I finally did it. Yes!